pūrehu roa hei whare wānanga whai mātauranga mō o tamariki mō ka puna tēnei te mihi. Tēnei te mihi o te kunenga ki pūrehu roa ki o koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Tēnei te kupu whakatau i a tātou ki raro i te tuanui o tō tātou whare. Rarau mai, rarau mai, rarau mai rā.
Tēnā koutou katoa, he mihi tino mahana. Warm greetings to you all of you who are gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing and join with us in singing the University Waiata. Please be seated. Tēnā tātou katoa, rangatāne e mihi ana. Nama ki te kunenga ki porehoroa, ki tōratia, ki tēnei whakapōtaitanga e whakanui ana I ngā iha puta. Vice-Chancellor, members of the Massey University Council, University Community, Tiratia Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduands and families. My name is Ben van der Kolk and I am the Pro-Chancellor of Te Kutinga ki Poreroa Massey University Council. I am part of the group responsible for overseeing the university's governance and I have great pleasure in presiding over today's ceremony. It is a privilege to warmly welcome you all to the final of 6 ceremonies here in Palmerston North, Papaoia. I want to take this moment to thank everyone involved in putting together these ceremonies to allow us to rightly celebrate such significant achievements. Te Kunenga ki Porehoroa Massey University has been the cornerstone in the development and advancement of Aotearoa New Zealand in economics and cultural for nearly a century. The role our tauira, our students, have in our commitment to making a difference cannot be underestimated. It is our distinguished honour to uphold their bright minds, their ambitions, and to nurture their vision for a better tomorrow, and in doing so support them to cultivate the knowledge and the skills necessary to weave a promising future for New Zealand and the world and themselves. To be a Massey graduate means having the dedication, the passion and the work ethic necessary to complete your chosen course of study to a satisfactory and high standard. But more than that, it demonstrates that you've opened yourselves up to grow in immeasurable ways. From now on, you will use what you've learned here to continue to strive, to make a real difference, forge new pathways, to make valuable contributions to the world around you. This week, Massey University is awarding qualifications to a total of 961 graduands. And by extension, that means 961 groups of families and friends and partners. And to those, I re-extend a welcome to the 961 groups who are with us this week. At today's ceremony, a total of 111 graduands will cross the stage, and a further 9 in absentia students will have their qualifications conferred. Today is a celebration of academic success. And while we're here to share in your achievements, graduands, it's important to acknowledge that nobody made it here by doing it alone. All of you are here today because your friends, your whānau, and your academic support team supported and encouraged you through this season of your life. To those of you in the audience here to celebrate the success of your loved one, please don't hold back as they cross this stage. Make your love and pride in their achievement be noisily heard. To those of you preparing to accept your parchment, take a moment to fully embrace the enormity of the journey that you've undertaken, the sacrifices that you have made, the challenges you've overcome, and all the wonderful experiences you've had along the way that will never leave you and that will lend themselves to you as you prepare for your next stage in your life. As Pro-Chancellor, I welcome you to our Massey alumni whānau. You are among great company, and I hope the connections it provides you enhances both your career and your lives. Congratulations on achieving your qualifications, and know that as you cross this stage, you will remain forever part of the Massey University legacy and its fabric. Today is not the end, but the beginning of the future, a future of your own choosing. And as you venture to new shores, know that you carry your Massey whānau with you. Go and do great things and keep making us proud. Kia kaha, kia katoa, kia rite, be strong, be brave, and be ready. Nō reira tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Ben van der Kolk, Pro-Chancellor, will now present the certificates, diplomas and degrees on those to be presented. I confer on those to be presented and on those in absentia.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Certificate in Arts the candidate I am about to name, Thane Walter Zander. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Diploma in Arts the candidate I am about to name, Sarah Page Jean Sturm. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts the graduands I am about to name, Nicole Jenna Anderson. Emma Louise Argyle. Leanne Dana Ashfield. Aria Deborah Mary Barclay. Lucy Jessica Black. Liana Marie Blomendal.
Matthew William Brum. Wyn Morna Chapman. Haejung Choi Millwood. Grace Victoria Collis. Priscilla Diana dos Santos da Silva Shepherd. Kate Marie Durkin. Mackenzie Marie Ethorn. Lily Eleanor Rose Evans. Nathan David Fellows. Rebecca Robin Ferguson. Deborah Nita Fetouye. Hannah Kate Lund Fifield. Joshua Mark Forrester. Caitlin Jane Gillam. Georgia Gemma Green. Shannon Elizabeth Grubner. Liam James Hall. Quinn Misty Karen Hemingway. Hamish John McCrae Henwood. Olivia Grace Howe. Rosa Mary Hope Highland. Pamela K. Jones. Maya Lily Kemsley. Christy Liana Lay. Jessica Caitlin Lucas. Grace Leanne McKnight. Lucy Ann McLean Nee O'Leary. Emma Rose Millard. Greta Adele Montgomery. Fiona Marie Morehouse. Brianna Elizabeth Charlotte Nelson. Harvey Hei Yu Ung. Caleb Braden Nielsen. Morgan Rose Parker Corney. Caitlin Rose Payne. Sophie Philippa Piggott. Elizabeth Stephanie Price. Jemima Mary Price. Nathan Jamie Rees. Gina Ray Roche. Tiana Rain Rongakia. Holly Tony Ryan. Hannah Ruth Renee Sandbrook. Kate Siobhan Sanders Foxall. Brianna Jade C. Logan Tyler Shapleski. Molly Page Beverly Sheridan. Jessica Ellen Smith. Oliver Finn Stewart Withers. Azalea Haley Jean Stitchbury Poolgrain. Cameron Lee Sturley. Charmaine Patricia Sutherland. Alice Laura Turner. Matthew Clinton Watton Kendall. Finn Marie Whalen. Charlotte Rose Wigram. Damon Witten. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the conjoint degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, the graduate I am about to name, Natasha Amy Rao. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
It is now my pleasure to invite Brigadier Rose King to address the graduands. Brigadier Rose King enlisted in the New Zealand Army in July 1991, graduating into the Corps of Royal New Zealand Electrical and Mechanical Engineers in June 1992. Brigadier King has held regimental and command appointments across a range of logistics-based roles, culminating as Commanding Officer, 2nd Combat Service Support Battalion from 2012 to 2014. Key staff appointments include S4 2nd Land Force Group, Staff Officer Grade 1 Land Logistics Transformation and Chief of Staff at Headquarters, Joint Forces New Zealand. Brigadier King has also served as Special Projects Officer Force Generation and Transition for Army General Staff. Brigadier King has held training appointments within Tactical School and in 2014 took up the appointment of Director Reserve Forces and Youth Development. Her recent postings include Director Strategic Commitments, New Zealand Defence Force, and Joint Head of Managed Isolation and Quarantine for New Zealand. Her operational service includes the United Nations Missions of Observers Prevlaka and Afghanistan as the Chief Operational Planner with Resolute Support Headquarters. In addition to her New Zealand medallic recognition, has been awarded the NATO Meritorious Service Medal, the United States Meritorious Service Medal, and the United States Army Commendation Medal. She has a Bachelor of Defence Studies from Massey University, a Masters of Management Defence Studies from the University of Canberra, and a Masters of Arts Strategic Studies from Deakin University. Brigadier King was promoted to Brigadier in June 2021 and posted into her current role of Deputy Chief of Army in December 2021. We please welcome Brigadier King.
Koutou katoa. Ko ruapehu te maunga, ko hautapu te awa, ko rongamarae roa o na hui whā te marae, ko Ngāti tūmatoenga te iwi, ko Rose King toko ingoa, nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. I'd like to start by acknowledging the Pro-Chancellor, Mr. Ben van der Kolk, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Jan Thomas, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Professor Cynthia White, Council members and the senior leadership team. Thank you for inviting me to be here today. It is a true honour to be with you all and to recognise you and to share a small part of your celebrations today as we acknowledge all of you who are sitting in front of us, your success. I celebrate with you your diversity, the different paths each and every one of you has taken to get here today, your determination and your resilience. Whether you were full-time, part-time, local or international, young or old, or somewhere in between, I acknowledge you and everything you have achieved. I also acknowledge what has undoubtedly been a challenging journey for each and every one of you, with a number of disruptions that we have faced over the recent years, including COVID. I suspect when you started your journey on study, you didn't anticipate a 100-year pandemic being part of your learning journey, or that you'd become quite so proficient in Zoom or Teams. I would also like to acknowledge everybody who has supported you, your whānau, your friends, your lecturers, the people who proofread for you, your peers, every single person who has assisted you in your journey today. They too can take pride in your achievements. I thought I might share today is a first for me. So although I do have some academic qualifications, today is the first time that I've adorned one of these because I never made any of my graduations. So thank you for the opportunity to share in what is such a wonderful ceremony. Today I thought I'd share with you a couple of insights that I have gained over my life, and these really rotate around resilience, the value of continued learning and education, and pose a question of what's next. So let's start with resilience. I have learnt over the years that resilience is such a powerful thing, and certainly our recent history, as I mentioned, COVID and Cyclone Gabrielle, has really, for me, reinforced this strength that we can have. You know, if we consider everything that's happened, Cyclone Gabrielle, COVID, state-on-state war that we're experiencing right now in Europe, and increase in great global power competition, let alone every single challenge that each of you have faced. We have a saying in the military that goes something along the lines of, a plan never succeeds each hour. And what that means is no matter how good your planning is, no matter how good you have worked everything out, something undoubtedly is going to change once you start. So you must maintain that ability to be flexible, to be adaptable, and to have contingency plans in place. Now, I'd love to stand here and say to you all the challenges you face to get here today, there won't be any more in your life, but my experience is that's never quite the case. But the experiences that you have had to get here today, what you have learned and come through, will set you up for success in the future. I personally have had resilience, or my resilience challenge, numerous times in my life. If I think back even to my life as a child, I was the youngest of 9 siblings. I lost my parents very young, or before my mid-30s, I lost my parents and a sibling. I've been pigeonholed because of the sex I am. I am a mother of 2, and for those of you who have children, we all know that that can be challenging as well. I have served with multinational forces who have different ethos and values than what I hold true. And I have served in countries that certainly have differences that we do here in New Zealand. But during all of that, I have learnt so much, and it has made me grow as an individual. So what are my insights? Firstly, don't take things personally. One of the most challenging times I have had is during my time in Afghanistan. It was evident that the team I worked with, they had an opportunity to be better in how they respected people and included people. Now, I'm not talking about the Afghans here. They respected me more than many of my coalition partners that I worked with. I literally wasn't given a seat at the table, despite being the lead planner for everything that was happening in Afghanistan. I even resorted to loitering outside the men's toilet because the general I worked for always went to the bathroom before his key meetings. So I'd loiter by the toilets, find him, and walk behind him into the meetings that I had to be at, knowing that I had to deliver the plans for whatever was discussed. Not my proudest moment, and I'm not encouraging you to loiter outside toilets. But sometimes you have to do things to get you to where you need to be. I've learnt from this experience though, and I learnt that it wasn't anything to do with my competency. The New Zealand Defence Force had given me all the skills I required to be proficient at the job I did. But when I paused and I reflected, I noticed that it wasn't just me that was treated like that. It was all of the internationals, a small little international team that I had. So it wasn't about me, it was about them. Support. This is something else I've learned that is so important, and I'm sure each of you can reflect on this today. Who supports you? Work out who that is. Who is it that you can lean on? These people have proven so powerful to me, I would not have been here today if it wasn't for those people. So I say to you, make sure you look after them. Let them know that they are your supporters and how much you value them and how much they have helped you in your journey. And my second piece is, make sure you're supporting others. None of us here knows what's going on in anyone else's life, and all of us have challenges. Some of us are really good at holding those tight. So sometimes, if you can just be kind to people, support them, even a simple smile can go such a long way to help uplift someone. The last one I've got here is reflection. I have found reflection really powerful, and I've become better at it as I get older. As I reflected on my time in Afghanistan, it really set me up well for one of my more recent challenges. And my husband said to me, I remember post-Afghanistan, he says, Rose, if you can survive this, you'll survive anything. And I remember that when I got selected to go into MIQ and lead that, I hadn't been trained to lead a government response into a 100-year pandemic. But due to my previous experiences, I knew that combined with the support of my family, my whānau, my friends, that I'd be able to face whatever was thrown at me. And I do like, and I reflect on a quote from Nelson Mandela, don't judge me by my success, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up. So if I reflect on that, one of the other things I said I'd like to share with you is about learning and education. Within the services, we invest in our people constantly, continuous learning, and it's fundamental to what we do to ensure we get the best out of our people and that we can deliver in the ultimate time of need, being in conflict. We support learning in many different ways, whether it be through research, on-the-job training, coursing, or experiential learning, and I love that. It would be remiss of me not to mention that the relationship we have with Massey, this has been long and true. We have progressed significant shared research and heritage activities. We've worked with historians and are currently doing so on our Army 200 project, and of course the Regendering Army research activity led by Professor Beth Greener as another example. We also have several mechanisms to support our people, whether it's part-time, full-time study, that we pay in various scholarships. To me, it's fundamental in everything you do. I'm a believer that you're never too old to learn, and I encourage you and I challenge you to learn each and every day. Challenge yourself. Be open to new thoughts and ideas. Seek colliding perspectives. That diversity of thought is such a strength, and not only will it make you a better person, but it makes life really interesting too. So now what? I'm really keen, and I can kind of see you all out there. How many of you here know what you're going to do next? Can you just put your hands up? Have you got a plan? Awesome. How many of you have no idea what you're going to do next? Yeah, Okay, so team, what I'd like to say, it's okay. I never knew what I was going to do with my life, and it's a complete fluke I stumbled on the military. I still don't know what I'm going to do with my life, and that's okay. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would be the Deputy Chief of the Army, that I would travel the world, that I would gain university qualifications, that I'd be leading MIQ on behalf of our government. And as I said, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with my life. The most impressive people that I have met in my life didn't know what they were going to do, or if they did, opportunities arose that they took. And that's okay. It's truly okay. You can change your mind. The situation can change, but take the opportunities that are presented to you. Be kind to yourself. It's okay. It's okay not knowing what that future is, or conversely, it's okay knowing what that future is. Either way, as I said, take those opportunities. The biggest growth that I've had in my life has been those opportunities others turned down and I took, and I have never regretted one of those. And if it doesn't turn out, that's okay too, because your resilience, your experience, and your knowledge would have grown. So team, I'm going to leave it there to allow the rest of the ceremony to continue. So in conclusion, I'd really again just like to acknowledge each and every one of you, the success that you have achieved today, the journey that you have been on to get here today. Go well in whatever you choose to take you forward. Reflect on what makes you happy, what's your passion, craft time for it, and all the best for your future. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Thank you, Brigadier, for your stimulating address, and I think we'll amend the introduction to include degrees conferred in absentia. I'll now proceed to continue with the conferment of degrees and the awarding of university diplomas and certificates, and I invite Professor Shaw and Pro Vice-Chancellor White to assist.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Communication the graduands I am about to name. Lily Trinity Anderson. Samuel Alexander Morgan. Susan Joy Steele. Olivia Catherine Woodward. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Resource and Environmental Planning the graduands I am about to name. Samuel Brendan Beadle. Tamsin Irma Valerie Cowie. Ethan Matthew Dodds. Isabella Scarlett Rose Halligan. Emma Kate Hilson. Sarah Jane Frances Hutchinson. Rianne Jamison Todd. Tamara Ann Magdalene MacDonald. Tegan Marie O'Callaghan. Louis Daniel Schwer. Jacinta Margaret Ward. Jonty Nicholas Whale. Star Michaela Wilson Jennings, First Class Honours. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Certificate in Arts the candidate I am about to name, Jessica Lee McRae. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Arts the candidates I am about to name, Lauren Patricia Byrne. Jared Adam Lambert. Rebecca Mei-Ling Lau. Nicola Ann Nicholson. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in International Development the candidate I am about to name, Joanna Marie Cruz Lambert with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Museum Studies the candidate I am about to name, Denise Sharita Sewell. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours the graduand I am about to name, Varna Suresh Chandran. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Arts the graduands I am about to name, Sarah Renee Barnes with distinction, Master's Research Scholar. Nicholas Alexander Firth. Lily Jane Keats Farr with distinction. Jennifer Ann Luffnan with distinction. Oscar George Pierce with distinction. Patrick James Smith with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Clinical Psychology the graduands I am about to name, Sarah Jane Gilmore. Stephen Joseph Wright. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of International Security the graduands I am about to name, Cecilia Monzora. Sally Faye Pollock. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Resource and Environmental Planning the graduands I am about to name, Isabella Frances Hutchinson Blenken. Victoria Joan Lachlan. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Sustainable Development Goals the graduand I am about to name, Tony Lucia Grace with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
It's now my pleasure to invite Tony Grace, when she makes her way from the stage back to the stage, I think, to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Now, while she's returning to the stage, I introduce her as Tony Grace, graduating with a Master of Sustainable Development, Goals with Distinction, specialising in business and sustainability. She completed her distance studies part-time while being a busy mum of two and working in strategic planning roles for the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment and the Palmerston North City Council. Her integrated learning involved a research practicum with CEDA, the Central Economic Development Agency, and she is now applying her sustainability knowledge as Principal Advisor on the next long-term plan for the Palmerston North City. Alongside her study, Tony is a self-professed SDG nerd and has collaborated with members of the university and wider Manawatū community to promote awareness of Global Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and the importance of local action to achieve them. Tony Grace.
I ngā mana, i ngā reo, i ngā pātaka o ngā taonga tuku iho, ngā uri o ngā mātua tipuna, tēnā koutou katoa. Pro-Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor, tēnā korua. Massey staff, graduates, whānau and friends, kei te mihi. It's a real privilege to speak on behalf of my fellow graduates today and to thank and acknowledge Massey University, teaching staff and our many supporters who have made this higher education journey possible. I started my Master of Sustainable Development Goals a few years ago, working full-time but enticed by this new flexible distance degree, keen to expand my understanding of the many sustainability challenges and opportunities facing us today. Week 1 was March 2020. You can probably see where this is going. An initial contact course full of engaging in-person presentations and lively group discussion. But as the week progressed, the pandemic risk quickly went from a murmur of concern to clearing the campus for lockdown, all within the space of a few alarming days. Suddenly, we all became distance students. Thankfully, though, we were studying at a university that was well prepared for online learning and able to quickly adapt. The months and years that followed have been challenging, to say the least. There were, admittedly, a few upsides: more flexibility, comfier pants, and the fact that no one can tell if you're having a cheeky beer on Zoom if it's in a mug. But there were huge downsides too, for staff and students alike. Study and assignment deadlines on top of stress, insecurity and illness. Some of us may have lost loved ones, jobs, income, connections or opportunities. But we are all here graduating today because we persevered, and we should feel all the more proud for that. We couldn't control the circumstances, but we could control our attitudes and our actions, and that's a huge lifelong lesson to take with you. As former Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius says in Meditations, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realise this and you will find strength. For the mind adapts and converts any obstacle to its action into a means of achieving it. The obstacle on the path becomes the way. Alongside my formal studies, I've had a passion for bringing government, business and communities together here in the Manawatū to advance the Sustainable Development Goals and to encourage people to think global and act local. Whatever degree or field you've studied in, you will have your own goals and aspirations. The formal piece of paper might be in your hand right now, but the work is only just beginning. Whaia te iti kahurangi ki te tuohu koe, me he maunga teitei. Strive for something of great value. Should you bow, let it be to a lofty mountain. So, find your mountain and move it or stumble trying. And if that happens, get back up and persevere. You've done it once, you can do it again. Congratulations and kia kaha.
Thank you, Tony, for your valedictory address and yet again a reminder of the strength and resilience that graduates confronted in 2020. We will now proceed with the doctoral conferments.
Pro-Chancellor, a doctorate, either a PhD or a professional named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement. Through the submission of a sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications, candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduates by inviting them onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called doctor. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduands I am about to name. Michael James Mowat, Doctoral Scholar. Pro-Chancellor, Mr Mowat analyses a long historical arc of the New Zealand dairy industry by re-examining money as a form of work rather than a taken-for-granted commodity. He concluded that money and the dairy industry are tentatively stabilised effects of practices he calls moneyness, which opens up new possibilities for dairy industry futures. Pro-Chancellor, Dr Mowat. Sining Wong. Ms Wong explored how different levels of government and stakeholders work together to plan and implement urban development policies and projects in China. She extended public value and partnership theories into political, institutional, financial and social partnerships. She found all 3 types of partnerships are equally important in producing an enabling environment and establishing operational capacities in urban development projects. Pro-Chancellor, Dr Wong. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand? He honore nui te whakatau atu I a koutou, hei raukura o te kuninga ki pure huroa. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you as graduates of Massey University to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Please join me in a worthy round of applause. Congratulations.
I can feel the love in your feet too. I can feel it all. I can feel it all. You know I said it too. I can feel the love in your feet too. I can feel it all. I can feel it all.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. At the conclusion of this ceremony, guests are requested to remain in their seats until the processions have assembled in Broadway Avenue. Please then join our celebratory procession to the square where we hope you will mix and mingle with your graduates, staff, family and friends who have all been part of your graduates' successful... Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'll take it. I'll own that. Been part of the graduates' very successful journey. Let's just underscore the successful journey. I declare this congregation to be adjourned. Please join with us in singing the national anthem, God Defend New Zealand, the words which are displayed on the screen. Please stand.